Let me start this off by saying this video was filmed early last year, maybe Feb last year, and I'm just getting around to it because I really hated this beginning of this cake. I was working on with such good momentum, and then this happened. So this no paint drip was going around last year. The one where you add vodka, icing sugar, and gold dust to make a no paint drip. And when I started doing it, as you can see, it looked very good. And I remember being like, yes, I'm no longer going to paint. I'm excited, and this is for sure. And the only thing I did was there was no set measurements anywhere. Everyone was just saying eyeball. And the person I'd seen doing this, I asked them, and they said they also eyeballed. So I tried to do this with measurements, but it still wasn't enough. So I had to go make a second batch to cover the top. But as you can see, it just didn't stop dripping. And I don't know if it's okay. I know vodka is vodka. I know there's like cheap and expensive vodka. I definitely use cheap vodka, but I don't think that's a significant factor. But you can see how thin it looks, and the longer it sat, the thinner it got. Like at the base where the drip ends, it looks thick, but I feel like it kept being weighed down by the bottom. So it just got thinner and thinner. So I asked the lady who I had seen doing this before what she did, and she said she set hers in the fridge and it was fine. But as you can see here, it didn't look good. This is definitely not something I would comfortably serve a client of mine. So I just decided, yeah, it doesn't look good. Let me just peel it off and start over again. And by this point, I was getting pissed off because I'm starting over again, and I remember I was now strapped for time. I wanted to be done with this cake by like 10, and now it was close to like 10, and now I have to peel all this gold off and redo the last coat, the final coat, and then do the drip and paint the drip because now what I can't start testing. And here's the thing, this is why I always tell guys who ask me for solutions and then they say I have an order this weekend, never try a new thing or a new style with a client's order, because now look, if I didn't have a second solution or a different way to paint gold drapes, I would have been panicking. And this is a client's cake going on the same day I'm doing this experiment. So if you're a new baker or you're a baker who uses my channel to like take your orders, thank you, but never do your experiment with a client's cake. And this is safe to say, this didn't work for me. So if you find, I don't know if people are still doing this, it definitely worked for some, it didn't work for me. And obviously my cake was proper chilled before I did the drip. And one of the reasons I tried to do this was because it was advertised that my cake didn't have to be so chilled, like I can just do it immediately after, but I chose not to, and it still didn't work out for me. But yeah, I just had to peel off that layer of black cream because now it was just gold and ish, it had a tint to it. So I just peeled it off and then did another coat of black, then did the usual covering with gold drip as I would usually do. So the rest of the video is just decorate with me how I would normally decorate. So that's me leveling, and then I will come back and do a ganache drip. And I think, if I'm not wrong, I added like black food color to this drip so that it's much easier for me to paint without having to like go to the edges. And then I just painted with gold. One thing I will say though is currently there's a new no drip design where you use coconut oil instead of vodka, and obviously I think I'll try that one. That one feels a little safer, but I will definitely not experiment with a client's cake because I'm thinking coconut oil, yes, sets very quickly, especially like in the fridge and on a cold cake, but I would want to see how it would survive transportation because I don't know how much I would trust coconut oil with not melting because I've not seen like anyone say anything negative about it, but I've seen everyone saying it worked out. So I want to try that for myself and see if I left it on the counter for a few hours or just an hour and see if it would melt. So, yes, now it's just me finalizing the cake, and I actually really liked how the cake turned out in the end. I loved this cake so much. I don't know if I ever posted it, and probably I never posted it because of how I didn't like the beginning, but it turned out very beautiful. The Oreos and Ferreros are covered with gold dust to have a gold look, and then I added white flowers to like bring and tie everything together. And white Ferreros, what are they usually called? I've forgotten, but it turned out so beautiful. So, yes, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.